What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with RK Outpost, and today I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about archiving. I brought it up a couple videos ago about how some of these websites, they just want to get clicks, right? So they're posting stuff that they know is going to make you click on it, whether for good reasons or for bad reasons, right? We all know about clickbait, but when these articles doing it, they're extremely disingenuous. And I wanted to show everyone that didn't know how you can archive something so that we can spread the link that way. So we are spreading and we can see the stories that some of these really disingenuous journalists are writing without needing to give them ad revenue with those clicks. And since that's not maybe enough for one video, if we have time, I'll also go over this thing that I'm about to archive for you guys. So let me go ahead, share my screen. You can see I've got a couple things up now. This is what I just did, just a little bit ago. I saw that Comic Book Resources decided to retweet this article that was written on the 27th. They decided to retweet it in the middle of the morning about the Phantom Menace. 3 days later. Thought that's very strange for Comic Book Resources to do. It's probably because they just want to get more clicks. I imagine this article has got a lot of clicks already. So I posted in the comments, not sure why they feel the need to tweet that out, but I also spread it around. I said, CBR really wants this link to get, or this to get more clicks. Don't give it to them. Use this archive link instead. No ad revenue. And then I linked to it. Now, I'm going to show you guys how to do that yourselves so you can spread it around and we can not give them as much stuff. Now, the guy who wrote this right here, Ronaldo Matadine, he's written several articles that I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of. He's wrote some fine stuff too, but this most recent one, Joker, How Toxic Masculinity Created Todd Phillips' Film, that's the one I want to archive for you guys. I see this one, Frozen 3 is Disney's perfect chance to introduce a gay princess. He talks a lot about Frozen 2. He really likes Frozen 2. Terminator Dark Fate director admits they should have hired more women writers. And of course, the one we just talked about, J.J. Abrams addresses franchise's toxic fandom menace. So let's go ahead. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to do it. I know, but we have to do it so we can create this archive. All right, so I go ahead. I click on it. Joker, How Toxic Masculinity Created Todd Phillips' Film. And you see here, we already have an ad up and playing for Black Friday. I'm sure if we scroll through it, we'll see a bunch more ads. Yep, right there. Right here we have one. Right here we have another one. Right here we see a million ads, right? A million ads for these videos. So what do we do? All right, so this is a website called Internet Archive or the Wayback Machine. It's just archive.org/web. And you can do it just by doing a Google search for Internet Archive or Wayback Machine. I'll get it here, but I will link it down in the description below. Now, if you want to see if something's already been archived, because what you can do is you can archive things several times depending on if it changes, because it will save it. It will save it exactly as it is right here. No edits or anything like that. So if they were to go back and edit it at a later time, and someone then saved another version of the site, it would create a separate archive on a different date. But we'll go ahead and see if anyone's done it. So I'll go ahead and copy. We will put it in here. Boom. Browse history. And we'll see pretty quickly if anyone has done it. Nope, doesn't have that page archived. So we can go ahead and save the URL in the Wayback Machine. Look at that. Now this typically takes a little bit of time. I don't know if you can see it on your screen, but it says just waiting for web archive. You'll see it when it finally goes. But you just have to be a little patient as it's saving it. And I do think it's worth it in the long run. Because one, you can scan through this article without having to worry about all the ads until you get rid of those ads, those pesky ads. So just a little bit helps. And there we go. It just changed. So now you can see here that it's on the Internet Archive Wayback Machine. It saved this thing on the 30th of November, right? Perfect. Just like that. Now, you can see it's no longer loading. When we scroll through it, look, there's no ads. No more ads. All the ads are gone. So we have it. We have just the article that we wanted, which is perfect. So then we can go ahead and take this link and spread it around, right? And that's my link that I just created. So this is a way that we can do it. This is a way we can help prevent, because it's hard, right? We'll take this down for a second. When we see these articles come out that are clearly just BS, it's hard to not click on it. I talked about it when we had a hit piece done on Doomcock from Inverse. When that hit piece came out, I created an archive. I tried to get that spread around because everyone was going to want to click on that. So, damn it. We shouldn't be rewarding them for that kind of behavior, in my opinion. So this is something that I like to do, and I'm going to start doing more of and linking them. Whenever I cover an article, I'm going to start linking it in the description below. I'm going to link these archives, and I think that'll be a little bit helpful for everyone. But since we have it up, let's just talk about it really quick so I can actually, put this in the thumbnail and say that we talked about it. But how toxic masculinity created Todd Phillips' film. Revealed to be someone with repressed memories following an abusive childhood, Arthur Fleck's downward spiral takes him from failed comedian to a murderer, having killed 3 Wall Street bankers working for Wayne Industry and talk show host Murray Franklin. Now, this guy, he goes through it and he talks about all the men that have wronged Arthur in some way and how they're just absolutely evil. Not talking about the women at all in any way, shape, or form. Not talking about the women that lied to him. Not talking about the women that didn't get him help. Not talking about the women who treated him poorly. Just completely ignoring it. Like the woman on the woman on the bus in the very beginning who freaks out at him just because he's making faces at her child, just trying to make the child laugh. She absolutely freaks the hell out, not mentioning this at all. You don't think that played a part in it? You don't think that played a part at all in what he was feeling, his psyche? I'm sure you didn't, because that's not how your brain works, because that's not the narrative you're trying to spin with this article. But here we go. It starts with a teen gang who steal his work sign and beat him up in an alley. A boss without compassion, clients who treat him like dirt, who don't respect him. The common denominator is they're all male, resorting to foul language and violence to assert power over Arthur, who's far from aggressive and often comes off as effeminate. That's weird. But exactly, they talk about the boys, the gang of boys that beat him up and how they're all men. He talks about how the men that he ended up killing in the subway. They talk about Murray being mean to him. They talk about Thomas Wayne being mean to him. And just pulling that off as toxic masculinity. Completely ignoring the social workers who just didn't give a crap about him. And like I mentioned earlier, that person in the van. So it's clear that this person's picking and choosing exactly what they're using to craft this narrative. Which is why I don't want to give him any ad revenue. But there you go. We're not going to go through it in detail. I just wanted to talk about it a little bit, and I will include this link in the description below. But I hope that helped you guys. I know some of you were asking how to do an archive. It's not hard at all, but I just wanted to go show you the process so that you guys have some idea to do it yourself if you want to help spread those links around and, 1, preserve, and 2, get rid of that ad revenue. But let me know what you thought about this in the comments below. I'm interested to know if any of you have been using this, if any of you knew how to use it, or if you think you will use it in the future. Make sure to let me know. Also, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.